Hey guys, what's on? So what's going on? Today's a new day. This is a Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. So listen, I have a message for my people that are still behind bars, but still within my art. And my heart is just weighing kind of heavy. And I had some things happen this morning that just reminded me to share this message. And I know I'm not the only one going through it. So this message is going to be called Claiming Your Space and Owning Your Wins, right? So, usually I know like when people get out, right? Some people have a place to stay, a motel, their car, a family or friends, and sometimes it's not always as consistent, right? We're starting at rock bottom, and when we start over, we're starting at, both feet on the ground, sometimes crawling, sometimes people start off running, which is great. And as we're getting going along, right, couple of days, weeks, couple months go by, and you're still trying to figure things out, but you got good things coming along, some hurdles, some obstacles, right? But everything is fine. It's just in your own head, right? Because that you can balance. Because I feel as though once you can balance out your story, once you can balance out your path, you can figure out a whole lot more, right? So, bear with me as I try to tell y'all what's really going on. So, I'm glad that I can, where I'm at, I'm glad I can call a place home, right? But there are times when everything isn't yours until you make it to be, right? Because right now I believe in financial independence, right? Which I believe I can get whatever I want. I know what I want and I make it very specific. And I believe there's levels to it. So right now, I'm thankful that I have a job and it's creating some financial independence for myself. And I'm going to take one step at a time, right? And it snowed this morning. So when it snowed, it wasn't that crazy, but I shoveled, and, within the driveways, my car and my dad's car. And, we got into a little disagreement and things got a little emotional and things were said. And I'm kind of questioning how I feel right now. But I know, like, in my own room with my own stuff that I purchased, I can keep with mine, stuff that I earned or from other people. So I don't believe, even right now, I don't believe anything that's given should be free. Even if it is a gift, I do appreciate it. But just know I'm going to work hard with everything I've given, because the time that I was away, it's a lot of built up energy that I know I can strive for. And that's my everyday goal, no matter what. So, took some time went to work, took some time to, if you stay in a position, right, you're going to stay with that energy, right? And I didn't want that. So, went to work, went to work, come back better at a good day, positive energy, great teamwork today. Like, when we just executed everything so well. So come home and it's just like, it's the same energy, right? But what I'm trying to do different now is continue to do my thing, post, give me y'all stories, developing everything about me, healing, coping, everything. And like I said, this is why I'm being vulnerable right now, just to share these stories and develop, hopefully, this into something bigger, right? And, I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm not trying to go from here to like a big stage, right? If I could, that would be lovely. But I know, I always look at my favorite motivational speakers. They start in their backyard, they start in their car, and like small creators now on YouTube are starting in their cars, like their office. So right now I'm just starting in my room, and right here, right in front of y'all, sharing with you guys small little steps that I'm doing, right? So I'm never just going to give you guys anything without some story, some explanation, and some type of motivation, right? So I'm also sharing this because it motivates me to share with you guys, right? So, all right, so back to the main part, right? So, boom, got re-encouraged, got realigned, got some time to walk away, drive away, some hours back later, and I can still push through, right? So, to move a little bit forward, so here's the message that I want to share with you guys, right? There's something about having a space that you can call your own, whether it's a small apartment, a room, or even just where you can breathe, reflect, and rebuild. It matters. And after seasons of feeling like your life was dictated by circumstances beyond your control, stepping into a space, right, that's truly yours is more than just physical. It's symbolic. It's a reminder that you can change and charge your own future. I like that. I'm trying to reflect on it on my own, like, because usually throughout I think I try to break things down and really captivate the things that I've been saying, right? So this is how you can reclaim your own space after years of being away, right? So it's important when you do, like if you do yoga, you can breathe, you can do meditation, you can reflect, you can rebuild. And I've always called home a place where you can just be yourself. There should be no judgment. There should be no hardships. However you act, whoever you are, you should be, no matter what. And that's what I believe in. So, and you know, I was taught choices and consequences, right? They take you anywhere, good or bad. And you know, when you're in prison, you're constantly told when you can make phone calls, when to eat, not when to sleep, but like the amount of hours, and the lights be on all day. So like you have very little to do. You have very little to do. So I don't want it to be dictated anymore. But I know when you live with other people, right? There has to be some type of common ground in reestablishing truth, a story of who you are, and that has to be explored on its own. And there are a few challenges, but I'm okay with it. But at the same time, when you can have your own space, that makes all the difference, right? Because everything in my space, I can look around and say, yeah, that's mine. The bed is mine, the chair is mine, the air that I breathe is mine. And as selfish as it may sound, like, I no longer have to share it. But if I have to, I will. But here's the truth, hear me out. Reclaiming your space isn't just about where you live, right? It's also about what you carry within yourself. And this is where also today's challenge for Still Human, right, is day 11, where you kind of meditate on or post or make a list of past victories, right, where past victories are wins, and you keep a log so that it reminds you of who you are, where you've been, all the good stuff, right? Because when you're in prison, you are in a situation where you're constantly either verbally abused, negative energy, people always trying to tear you down. Even when you think it's about women empowerment, like how much really empowerment is there? Because for one thing, if it's not work for you, then you're a sellout or you're this and that. Nah, there's been plenty of times when, let's say we didn't get commissary and people wanted to go on I don't know what's it called, the strike for not eating the meals throughout the day, right? And I'm like, yo, as a diabetic, I don't want to do it. I want to keep following you. And 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 I appreciate the people that they was like, oh, now you never gonna get up there if you don't stand for nothing. Bro, like, my path is different. Like, I rather eat by a certain time instead of eating a bag of sodium chips. I always got to with people with that. I get where they was trying to go, but that wasn't my fight. When we get it, when we got it. Yeah, we got to call the ombudsman. Yeah, we got to talk to the, not the warden, the captains or whatever, whoever's the head charge of the lieutenants and stuff. And that stuff was annoying to the point where, like, no, yo, we all have to fight our own fight. And yeah, that was a version of cohesiveness, but excuse me. If you did it, y'all did it. That wasn't my cup of tea. But back to how you can claim your own space, right? And how the log of victories can regenerate some type of strength for you, right? So listen, so like I said, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram at Always Still Human, but so I have a list of things, right? So I'm gonna read them off to you before I continue. So this is why it's important to reflect back on the past victories. Number one, it reminds you of your strength when facing challenges. Looking back at the past wins reinforces that you've overcome obstacles before and that you can do it. Number two, building a momentum, right? Success breeds success, right? Seeing a list of victories, big or small, helps you to push forward. And those moments did help me, right? There was times I was told, like, oh, yes, I got these degrees. And at times, like, it would help, but it wouldn't really help. But as long as I was able to engage in some type of class or course, I know it gave me some type of normalcy to push forward, because that's what I would like to get back to. Number three, reframes your mindset, right? It shifts focus from failures or setbacks to accomplishments, creating a more positive and resilient mindset, right? Number four, it boosts self-confidence, meaning a tangible record of wins reinforces your capabilities and self-worth, helping your signs and self-doubt. Number five, right? Motivates during tough times. Over time, you'll see patterns of what works and what doesn't work, helping you to set better goals for the future. Number six, provides clarity on growth, right? So, I never did that already. My fault. I'm sorry. Number seven, acts as a personal testimony. I love testimonies. I really do. So your story, everybody has a great story, whether good or bad, but you can try something else. So your story of resilience, which is a keyword that keeps popping up in my clips that I do, can inspire others, showing them that progress is possible no matter where they start, right? So these ideas, right, they show you how for people who are in transition, right, like moving forward after incarceration, right? So creating logs is a very crucial tool for rebuilding confidence, staying committed to a fresh start, which we all need, right? We want forgiveness, we want trust, we want a lot of things, but we also need to start somewhere. And how is very broad, right? So to come back to my message, right? Sometimes just waking up every day, getting up out of bed, doing something gives, well, for me, I know it's given me purpose. And just doing something, I don't care what it was, right? I was able to rediscover myself in many forms of fashion that led to, I'm not gonna say I'm prideful, but my confidence is constantly building. So everyone, no matter how small, is proof, evidence that you are capable, that you are moving forward, that you are not the same person as you were yesterday. keeping a record of these victories, right, is like breadcrumbs for yourselves. A reminder that even on tough days, you've conquered those challenges before, and you can do it again. So those are breadcrumbs, right? Depending on how you look at it, it can be positive, and it can be your rearview mirror to look back on what you have overcome. So this is why keeping a journal is so important. And so I don't know, I'm just reflecting on things. I've been looking at my journals and everything. So the last piece I want to share with y'all, right? So your space, whether physical or mental, doesn't really matter, should be a sanctuary of growth. I like that. And self-respect and pride. So a place where you can look at your past wins and say, I did that, I made it through, and I will keep going. And I feel like we all need to just say that, right? I'm going to say it again. It says, even at the end of the day, even if you finish the test, finish work, just had a long day, you should be able to say to yourself, and practice with me, I did that, I made it through, and I will keep going. One more time. I did that, I made it through, I will keep going. And we're going to have a chance to start today, right now at this moment. So if you can write down the victory, big or small. Number 2, create a space where you can reflect and reset. Listen, I don't care how you do it, right? If you come home from work or just beginning your day, by getting a journal, getting a composition book, right? Fill it up. It's all about you. It's all about you. Again, a pencil, pen, marker, highlighter. I don't care. I don't care how you do it. Do it in the shower. Do it in your car. You know, if you even have a break at work and you have like 5-10 minutes, do so, right? Stand in that place, in that space with confidence, knowing you are building something new. This is your fresh start. Own it, right? And at the very, very end, please don't forget to say that I did that, I made it through, and I will keep going. I hope you guys feel a little bit better. I should check y'all temperature in the beginning, but I hope you guys feel better. I hope you can take these steps and include them to your life, include them to your journey of healing and coping. Remember that no matter what you go through, I'm here to empower, I'm here to encourage, I'm here to elevate. I am your support system. My name is Deborah Ashley, part of Still Human, for people who have been incarcerated and their families. If you're still looking for someone to motivate you, to walk you through this with you, you don't have to do it alone. Just email me at alwaysstillhuman@gmail.com. Follow the Instagram, alwaysstillhuman. Hit up the comments. Please like, subscribe, maybe dislike. I don't care. This is the message that I'm here for. And this is only going to get better. I have tons of ideas. But to close out, much love. Peace to you. Positive vibes. God bless. Godspeed. I'm out.